people in this space get really uncomfortable if you start to criticize Trump or Elon.
Yeah.
Right? And, you know, I spent, despite being blacklisted from the Daily Wire, I was there for election night because I was there with Tim. And I wasn't able to do any shows, but I was only IRL. And, you know, I'm sitting next to Jeremy Boring, just listening to him say repeatedly, like, Elon Musk is the greatest living American. And I was getting nauseous because I'm like, to a degree, he's very close to Andrew Tate, you know, but you don't like Andrew Tate. They both leave a wasteland of broken families. You know, they're both like promiscuous degenerates, in my opinion. But it's okay to not like Andrew Tate, but you can worship Elon just because he's on your team right now. And I can't stand that, right? And that he has no, in my opinion, Jeremy Boring has no moral center. And he'll do whatever he has to do to sell his candy and whatever. Jeremy Boring has cam girls, wage slave cam girls, just like Andrew Tate did. You know, we know that through the Crowder tapes. You know, he literally talked about having wage slaves who sit in front of cameras. So I don't like him, and I don't like that attitude, and I don't like that they feel like they have to say things because it's going to echo throughout their base. So now Ben Shapiro's happy and Jeremy's happy, but I find them to be some of the most condescending anti-intellectuals in this whole space, and their gatekeeping. We're watching it happen now where they will probably start to decline, or they already have. You see the numbers yesterday, like Candace has now gotten more viewers, I believe, than Shapiro.
Yeah.
And it's because, look, you don't have to like everything Candace says, but she is now literally open to having more conversations, right? And that's all I ever wanted. I want to have more conversations. I don't have to agree with the people. I think Andrew Tate is a degenerate. I would still interview him, you know, which is funny. I was supposed to interview him right before the Eliza story. And they had that weird like history with like her and the survivors allegedly. I was going to fly out there and interview him. And back then I really didn't know who he was, other than Tim was like, I talked to him, you know, years ago. But I want to talk to everyone. I want to hear their perspectives and then let the audience decide how they feel, right? I'll pepper my opinions. I'll say, you know, my piece, but watching the Daily Wire control that narrative is exactly why I left places like The Atlantic. You know,